Here's to the ones that we got.
Fashion, clothes, shoes, hats.
Osama bin Laden.
Sometimes you look amazing, sometimes you just don't get it. Maybe you're getting old. No matter what opinion you have on the subject, what you wear is an extension of your character, figuratively and physically. So, what you wear is very important, especially when making first impressions. But I believe that there's a game out there that has a big fashion scene. A game that has so many clothing options that fashion trends have developed. No, it's not you. Get the fuck out of my Roblox. Make your own everything, be anything, build anything. You know, would have been really fucking cool if it was true back then. Fashion on Roblox is important. Your avatar is essentially your icon, how other people recognize you and perceive you as a player. And for a 16-year-old game, there is a long history when it comes to fashion on Roblox. So why not take a trip down memory lane? Let's go ahead and take a look at the history of Roblox fashion. What is that thing? What is that thing? Get away from me! The first ever piece of customizable clothing on Roblox were t-shirts. Nowadays, t-shirts are considered broke people's clothing. The only reason why you would wear a t-shirt now is to bypass shirts and make slurs. Besides, what's so special about a PNG slapped onto a Roblox character? Well, back in this time period, the only way to distinguish yourself from other players is by either changing the color of your Robloxian parts or having a unique PNG slapped onto your chest. So, if you were crazy at sword fighting back then, your t-shirt became you. In summary, cool colors, very simple, nothing to write home about. 2009. The era of blooper and gone crazy videos, unregistered hypercam, and Windows Movie Maker. Introducing hats, shirts, and pants, the core 3 of what makes a Robloxian look cool and fly. Let's talk about hats. Woo! Boy, are these old. These hats reeked of 2000s 3D mesh jank. Back then, all these hats were at purchasable prices. Hell, some of these hats were just purchasable, for fuck's sakes. You can't buy some of these hats anymore. The hats back then either looked very cool or very boring, but you know what, I'll tell you what. Though some of these hats may look dull or uninspired, I would love for them to come back one day. Highly doubt that's gonna happen though. Shirts and pants, the things that make your character look less naked. There wasn't really a standard to the clothing that was uploaded onto the catalog. What you see is what you got. No 3D view to make sure that the shirt didn't have any white spots, no quality control for any of the clothing really. But taking the year as a consideration, I feel like it adds to the character. Not to sound like an arts graduate, a small update on t-shirts. Depending on what t-shirt you got, it became a status symbol. People figured out that if you set a certain value on a t-shirt, you can make VIP doors for your games. This encouraged donating to the developers while also benefiting the player, wealth status wise and in-game. So, if you had a very expensive VIP t-shirt for a very popular game at the time, you were looked upon as the 10%. Also, you would never take that t-shirt off. You wore that shit with pride. Some of these characters look very bland, but they're unique in their own cool and jank ways. The fashion trend at this time was just simplicity and themed outfits. The majority of the player base didn't really have a trend to play off at this time, besides like Mario and Nintendo. Personally, these outfits are gateways to the past, a past which only can be seen from a child's eye. Not everyone was a graphic designer, nor did everyone have the latest technology to make the highest quality clothing. All these clothes and outfits were personal, the majority of which looked like it was made in fucking MS Paint. In summary, sometimes simplicity is all you need in a good-looking character. Also, a ludicrously expensive hat. This era of fashion gets a good? I don't know. The early 2010s was a special time for the internet, and for me especially. This was the era I joined Roblox in, and goddammit was it the worst fucking decision I've ever made. So let's begin with packages. Packages were essentially a bundle of body parts which, once bought, allowed you to interchange your character's body parts with said bundle. Now, everyone did not care about this update. I can't remember a single person crying about these packages besides one package, and that package is the Robloxian 2.0. This package was trouble, and it was just trouble all around. People hated this package, and yet people still bought it. And the people who bought the damn thing was fucking harassed by the community. Another highlight to note in this era would be the introduction of limiteds. Limiteds are basically hats that get reintroduced into the market at a set price by the community. To simplify it, it was a fashion stock market. That's about it. The thing about limiteds was not every limited looked good and not every limited looked bad. But who gives a shit if it's ugly or not? Wear as many as you can. In fact, wear the most expensive ones you have. Show to the world that, yes, I am more superior than you because my hat still has its fucking StockX tag on it. Okay, anyways. Throughout 2009 to 2012, there was a huge rise in skaters, punk rock songs, and PewDiePie Amnesia Let's Plays. With these trends, we mix it up with Roblox and boom! Scene culture has created the first Roblox copy and paste. Let's first go over the clothing that they wore. Clothing this time has gone better. The Roblox community have started using better software and are now making some proper clothing, albeit at low quality insurance. Clothes worn at this time were generic skater clothes, all black outfits, and vests. Faces were now used a lot more. Common faces would be the awkward face, the skeptical face, Mr. Chuckles, and meow. But most importantly, we have the two hair combo. Now, if you were a guy, you didn't do this, but if you were a female, this would have been your go-to for every single outfit you made. And my god, did everyone fall for this thirst trap. No matter which game you went to, there was bound to be one person on their knees begging for these girls to friend them back. Despite the population that followed this trend, there's still retained an amount of people who still dressed in these nice shirts and outfits. This is the era where we start seeing less Lego people and more humans, and that's fine by me. In summary,
rawr, X3.
YouTubers are now playing Roblox for the first time, influxing the amount of new players coming to the site. And dear God, there were a lot of new players. Since this era had a lot of new players, fashion was very questionable. Everyone looked the same, but I'm not saying as in copy and paste same, I'm talking about free to play same. Okay, but besides these newer players, the fashion at this time was pretty normal. The hair in this era was usually just one hair, everyone at this time wasn't attempting crazy combos. Clothing groups such as Kestrel were beginning to emerge and high quality clothing was starting to appear. This era's clothing was simple yet very effective. The stuff just looked really good. But even then, most users just stuck with simple classic avatars. Nothing was extremely crazy about this era, besides like the more common usage of the Robloxian 2.0 package. This time around, everyone just stopped sort of giving a fuck about these 2.0 users. In summary, oh yeah, baby, bright colors and brand logos everywhere. Look at my shirt. Look at this. I wear this brand in real life. Do you know I wear this brand in real life? The fashion in this era sucked. It was not good. This was the era when people started popularizing the core blocks desk speaker legs and mixing packages. Not only that, but hypebeast clothing was also becoming popular too.
Hey, irrelevant.
2016 marked the second generation of copy and paste, and it is by far one of the most boring eras of fashion. Everyone was wearing the same Adidas shirts, the same Adidas pants, the same everything. Adidas, like what the fuck? What was even worse was the catalog. Whenever you searched up an item, it would not only bring up the repeats of the same items, but the name was fucking horrific. So if you, for example, looked up black hoodie, all you would get in the catalog was black hoodie. And if you just wanted to browse the catalog, it would be filled with new fire ice Nike hoodie, new hot, on sale, check boostyourtape.com for solid dat piff promo deal, dolphin emoji. It was like sticking your head into a fucking infomercial. You want a 2016 character? Fine. Beautiful hair for beautiful people or long hair, sparkle face or yawn face, chill cap or Christmas wraith, frost guard arms, core blocks legs, and a brand logo of your choice. Boom. You have essentially created what everyone looked like in 2016. In summary,
Coachella sucks this year.
You promised my son that you're going to give him free Robux.
Though introduced in 2014, the Robloxian 3.0 or man and woman package surged in popularity with the removal of ticks. Alongside the resurgence was the introduction of R15, a new animation style for the Roblox avatar which gives them 9 more limbs or whatever, I don't know. But of course, the removal of ticks doesn't make new Roblox hats look good. In fact, for the most part, the fashion trend was the exact same. But if you want to know the main differences in this era, the main differences were that people wore obnoxious colored hair, found Doge funny, wore whatever they had in their inventory, and people just had the ninja animation equipped at all times. Nothing good happened in this era, and it felt like nothing changed. In summary, I don't know, it happened, I guess. I don't know, what do you want me to say?
You watch a poor hub and being fat ninjas fighting over food.
Big change. I'm talking big changes. UGC was probably one of the features of Roblox. One of the features. Whoever at Roblox gave up modeling hats, I want to thank you. I want to thank you. You're the reason why we have actual hats. UGC allowed so many new creative outfits. Oh my god, it was bliss seeing such creative and unique avatars once again. How great is that? To have the ability to make cool hats and finally cosplay as a character you want. It's so wonderful seeing these modelers from all types of backgrounds creating these beautiful hats for so many people to wear. It's so good, what could possibly go wrong?
Yes, I like that, mommy.
Okay, come on. Oh.
With the introduction of UGC, players were given big freedom to what they want to dress as. 2020 marks the year of the thing, so everyone was on their computers, playing games during class, and making high-pitched music. Introducing the Slenders, the third generation of copy and paste. These players are edgy, they listen to sad music, and they are arguably worse than what we had in 2012. Anyways, what did these Slenders wear? Well, regarding clothing, they usually wear gothic-styled clothing or just anything black. For the packages, the males used the Robloxian 2.0 and made themselves really tall and thin like a me character. For the females, they use the woman package but don't change any of the legs so it looks like they have big thighs. On some occasions, it's even possible to find Slenders wearing the core block's legs. I just don't know where they get the money from. Animation-wise, I see a lot of Slenders using the levitation animation. Looks cool, I guess. For their face, we have their signature Stitch face. Yeah. And with the possibility of UGC, hair has gotten quite an upgrade, and now they're able to look like they don't groom themselves. Well, those are Slenders. But wait, what if I told you there was more? What if I told you that there were actual players that weren't copy and paste during this era? Kawaii fashion can finally step up its game with UGC. A lot of pink and pastel colors, a lot of cute items. I'm not sure if it's just me, but the whole kawaii theme outfits were so diverse and different. Granted, they had their fair share of copied outfits, but I didn't see it as much compared to Slenders. In summary, good job, pastel people, good job. Bad job, Slenderman. Bad job, F-.
Epic fail!
I suck his dick with a smile for hours at a time.
So 2021 was like 2020, but with a few upgrades. Universally, everyone started hopping onto the Headless Horseman train, and now Mommy's credit score is under 500. For the male side of things, some people stopped being Slenders and went back to normal height, even going as far as to reverting back into R6. They started wearing clothing that has more versatility, such as normal looking brand hoodies, t-shirts, and jackets. They also started using other faces that weren't Stitch face. For the female side, clothing remained around the same. Their clothing lineup is always unique, so there's nothing different here. However, the females specifically started using a more pale skin color. I'm not sure why this exactly was a thing, but it happened, so I don't care. As to everyone else, they were just goofing around with UGC. Everyone just kind of did their own thing. In summary, yeah. 2022 introduces the Roblox world to layered clothing. Now, Roblox modelers have more ideas to play around with. On the other end though, players that use layered clothing are only using it as extra details for their characters. I still don't know how they do it, but if you put your mind to it, anything's possible. Anything. Also, furries now have so many options regarding bodysuits and furry things. Layered clothing is also UGC supported, so there is a lot of UGC stuff in the layered clothing department. Speaking of UGC, in the middle of 2022, the program has been opened up to everyone. Now we have clothes, but as hats, PNGs of people's hamsters, and literally anything you can think of. Fashion-wise, I don't see anything changing. It's pretty much the same as last year, but we have more options for clothing. Overall, the community is flourishing with these new changes, and I believe that there are tons of cool avatars yet to be made. I see a bright future ahead of us. In summary,
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
yeah. That is the history of Roblox fashion. There are a lot of highlights, a lot of lowlights, but we have to agree that it is very interesting to see the evolution of our avatars. From scraps and PNGs to community-driven madness, it is safe to assume that the only direction going forward is up. But if there was anything important you can take away from this video, it's that Roblox fashion kinda sucks.
Club Iris. I met my third Roblox girlfriend here. I'm gonna let that slide. I don't really like this game. That's a lie, by the way.